Good morning to respected Executive Director Mr. Ashutosh Modi sir, Jolly Angels Director Mrs. Ranu Modi ma'am, teachers and my dear friends. I am Sanvi and it is my privilege to welcome you all to today's Skill Saturday Budget Pe Charcha. Today we are here for a panel discussion titled Budget Pe Charcha to understand the Union Budget 2026-27 presented by our Honorable Finance Minister Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman on 1st February 2026. The Union Budget is not just a financial document, it reflects the government's vision and priorities for the nation. This year's budget focuses on economic stability with growth, strengthening infrastructure and capital expenditure, empowering farmers in rural India, improving the quality of education and skill development, and boosting industry, manufacturing, and employment while keeping the future of young India in mind. To understand these aspects better, we have invited experts from four key sectors: education, finance, agriculture and rural development, and industry and commerce. Our panelists have studied the budget carefully and will share insights on what has been provided to their sector and how these measures can support growth. Let me now introduce to our esteemed panelists. From the finance sector, we have Ms. Aradhya, who will share an economic perspective on the budget. To discuss the education sector, we have Ms. Jivika, who will highlight how the budget supports skill development and learning. Representing the agriculture and rural development sector, we have Mr. Virat, who will explain the budget's focus on farmers and rural livelihood. And finally, from the industry and commerce sector, we have Ms. Swasti, who will discuss how the budget aims to strengthen businesses and employment. I warmly welcome all our panelists and look forward to an insightful and meaningful discussion on Union Budget. To begin the discussion, I invite Ms. Aradhya, representing the finance sector, to share insights on key priorities and allocations and policy direction of the Union Budget.
Thank you, Sanvi. From the financial perspective, the Union Budget 2026-27 clearly focuses on economic stability along with growth. The government has continued its strong push towards capital expenditure, especially in infrastructure, which shows that long-term development remains a priority. Madam Finance Minister has also taken steps to simplify taxation and improve ease of compliance, making the system more transparent and citizen-friendly. Certain customs and indirect taxes have been nationalized to encourage domestic manufacturing while discouraging unnecessary imports. Support for MSMEs and startups through easier credit access and dedicated funds reflects the government's intention to strengthen the backbone of the economy. While fiscal discipline has been maintained, strategic spending shows confidence in India's economic resilience. However, from a financial expert's point of view, there were expectations of stronger tax relief for the salaried middle class, especially considering rising living costs. Some economists also feel that more direct incentives for household savings and consumption could have further boosted demands. Overall, the budget sends a clear signal of responsible financial management, though there remains scope for more direct incentives and taxpayers. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Aradhya. Finance decisions influence every sector. Now I invite our panelists from agriculture and rural development sector to explain how the Union Budget addresses farmers' welfare, rural livelihood and agriculture produce. Please welcome Mr. Virat.
Thank you, Ms. Sanvi. Agriculture and rural development continue to be priorities in Budget 2026-27. Significant allocation have been made towards the strengthening rural infrastructure, increasing farmer income, and advancing agriculture technology. The government also proposes integrated development 500 reservoirs and Amrit Sarovar to strengthen coastal fisheries value chain benefiting community and fisher flow. The budget emphasizes employment-intensive initiatives and support value chains in animal husbandry, fisheries, and allied activity, measures that will help in diversify rural livelihood and boost economic growth in villages. At the same time, there was an expectation of stronger price stabilization mechanism for crop affected by climate variability, which the budget does not address in detail. Additionally, post-budget clarity on farm insurance coverage expansion, and would have further strengthened farmer confidence. This initiative demonstrates a balanced approach to improving productivity, though climate resilience and income security will require to policy attention. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Virat, for the rural insight. Education shapes the future workforce of the nation. It plays a crucial role in nation building. Now, I invite our education panelist, Ms. Jivika, who will highlight the major provisions and initiatives of the budget.
Thank you, Ms. Sanvi. In the Union Budget 2026-27, the education receives strong attention as a nation-building investment, not just an expense. The government has increased focus on school education, higher education, and skill development in alignment with NEP 2020. Madam Finance Minister had stressed quality education, digital infrastructure, teacher capacity building, and research. Expansion of hostels, digital connectivity, and learning platforms improves access, especially for rural and disadvantaged students. The budget also supports STEM education, innovation, and industry-linked learning, ensuring that students are prepared for real-world careers. However, many education experts were expecting higher direct investment in government school and teacher recruitment, which remains a concern. There is also a limited clarity on the budget also supports STEM education, innovation, and industry-linked learning, ensuring that students are prepared for real-world careers. However, many education experts were expecting higher direct investment in government schools and teacher recruitment. Overall, the budget strengthened the idea that education must be inclusive, skill-oriented, and future-ready, though stronger on-ground execution will determine its real impact. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jivika, for highlighting the initiatives and provisions of the budget. Now, to conclude the sector-wise discussion, I invite Ms. Swasti, our panelist from Industry and Commerce sector, to share how the union budget supports marketing, trade, and business growth.
Thank you, Sanvi. The Union Budget 2026-27 aims to boost industry, manufacturing, and commerce to make India globally competitive. Key outlays include Rs 10,000 crore SME Growth Fund to foster scalable enterprises and extensive support for sectors such as semiconductors, electronics, and rare earth processing to strengthen domestic value chains. The Ministry of Industry and Commerce has been allotted about Rs 17,843 crore, reflecting the focus on exports, trade facilitation, and industrial expansion. Investments in industrial parks, plug-and-play infrastructure, and enhanced credit support for manufacturing will help industries grow, generate jobs, and increase exports. However, industries' bodies were expecting stronger policy signals on free trade agreements and export incentives, especially for traditional sectors. Additionally, energy cost concerns for manufacturing units remain largely unaddressed in this budget. Thank you.
Thank you to all our panelists. From today's discussion, it is clear that the Union Budget 2026-27 is a well-balanced effort focusing on economic stability, farmer empowerment, educational transformation, and industrial growth. Each sector has been supported not only through allocations but also through policy reforms and strategic measures. With this, we conclude our panel discussion, Budget Pe Charcha. Thank you.